All right, guys, so let's talk about the exterior walk around. And you'll notice a lot of this stuff is kind of the same that we spoke about in the Big Five repairs, what to look for in those. But this, we're just going to hone in kind of a little more for the appointment itself and what you should be taking pictures of, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Once you arrive to that property, right? Like we said in the Big Five video, we're already analyzing. We're looking at the roof. We're looking at everything visually, right? As we approach, do we see the waves in the roof? Do we see missing shingles? Do we see gutters falling? All that good stuff. Your analysis starts then. But once you introduce yourself and you start the exterior walk around, you want to take pictures of every side of that house. And you want to do it far back enough where the roof is included, right? Just because in your description, when you send it out to your buyers, you say, roof is in good condition or whatever, they still need to be able to see it. And this may be something minor, but if you're too close and you're taking that picture too close and they can't see the roof, you didn't check that off the list for your buyers. They need to be able to see visually the actual roof. So every angle from around the house, you need to be far back enough so they can see the roof. The next one, I've expressed this and I'll continue to express it. You always want to take pictures of the HVAC unit. You can literally tell if a HVAC needs to be replaced if you get the picture. Right? If you get that picture and send the buyers, that's all they need to see. Even though you will ask the seller or whoever's at the walkthrough how old's the HVAC, when's the last time it's been replaced, that picture is very, very important. As you're walking and you notice any defects, right? Any cracking in the siding, if it's a brick house and you see those spider crack veins or whatever in between the bricks that may indicate foundation issues or settling or any of that stuff, take close-ups of those pictures, right? Siding falling off, take close-ups of that. If there's cracked windows, broken windows, take close-ups of that, right? You want to make sure your buyers can see the small defects that are happening around the house. So you want the faraway pictures, and then you also want the close-up pictures of the defects. If there is a crawl space, I've expressed this before and I'll express it again. You have to not get in there. You have to take pictures of the crawl space. Just stick your phone in there, right? You can take 3 pictures from each angle, just sticking your phone in there. Do not go in there, and you don't have to do that. Just take pictures, because the crawl space, if there is one, that's the bones of the property. That's the foundation. It'll tell us a lot about the foundation itself, right? So just always make sure if there is a crawl space, take pictures of it. And lastly, this is maybe minor, but it's also something that can add value to your property. If you know that your property is on a pretty large lot, or let's say your property is on like a half acre, 1 acre lot, and it's on one side of the house. This actually happens a lot. And the house is on one side of the lot, and there's a potential for that buyer to go in and subdivide or split it. Split that lot down the middle and build a new construction on the other side of the lot. You just added value, right? You just added property. There's a value add that you just added. So you need to show that buyer in the picture how big that lot is, right? Now, this won't happen if the lot is, 0.1 acres, 0.2 acres. But if that is a large size, half acre, 1 acre lot, you need to show in your pictures how large that lot is. Right? And that recaps everything for the actual exterior walk around. You want to make sure you capture everything that's going on the outside of that property. In the next chapter, we'll go into details about the interior walkthrough. I'll see you guys there.